Hello to everybody who's messaging me. So good morning, guys. I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk about something that actually goes deeper than interest rates and guidelines and contracts, something that makes or breaks our success, and that is mindset. So every one of us faces negativity, whether it's a tough client or maybe a deal falling through, or even that voice in our own heads that tells us it's not going to work out. But here is the truth. Negativity is not reality. It's just perspective. And perspective is something that we can choose, okay? So think about this. Two people can face the exact same challenge, and one of them will say, "This is the end." They'll throw their hands up. And then the other person will say, "This is just the beginning of something better." So, same situation, different mindset, totally different outcomes based on their, perspective. So, as loan officers, we don't just process applications, we are creating possibilities. And possibilities are born out of belief. So, if you walk into the day and you believe the market is hard, that clients aren't motivated, and you're stuck, well, you're creating the reality that matches that belief. But if you walk in with the mindset that every phone call could change a family's future, and every connection that you make that day could open a door, and every no just gets you closer to that yes, you'll create that momentum that nobody can stop. And one thing that I want to share, my family, my children, I teach them to say, everything always works out for me. So if they're in a situation, the first thing that they're going to say is, everything always works out for me, because that's the reality that they create. And here's the power of mindset. So negativity, it drains energy. Positivity multiplies it. Negativity is going to close doors. Mindset keeps them open. Negativity reacts, but mindset creates. And we're not in the business of reacting, we're in the business of creating. And I know a lot of you probably think, "Oh yeah, we're in the business of reacting because with loans," but no, you are literally creating your reality with your mindset. You're creating relationships, you're creating trust, you're creating financial freedom for the people that we serve every day. So today I challenge you, when negativity shows up, and it will, because we do loans, and I want you to pause and reframe and ask yourself, what is the opportunity here? How can I turn this around? Because the energy you bring doesn't just shape your day, it shapes your pipeline, it shapes your results, and ultimately your reality. You create your reality. And if you've ever been one of my students, you know I say the energy you put out is what you get back. So I will leave you with this. Your mindset is the most powerful loan program that you'll ever, sorry, my son came out. It's your most powerful loan program because it determines the terms of your own success. So lock in positivity, underwrite with faith, and close with confidence. So let's go create our reality today, and I hope that everyone has a beautiful day.
Hey, Kay, I'm not going to let you up that easy today because, I mean, you're just a wonderful person and a great coach. I want to ask you a question myself because some people struggle with this. Not only are you in two different markets, you're in two different time zones. And I don't mean you're like 1 hour apart. President's Club LO forever here. What is your success rate that you guys give these guys advice? I mean, you're doing business from one coast, yet, as you mentioned, you have an office in Ohio. Would you mind giving a tip, or I hate to call them tricks, they're really not tricks, a tip to help these guys that might get them more business?
Honestly, it's going to start with your mindset. So in the morning when I wake up, I do certain, I have a routine, right, that I do every morning. And I try to wake up before everyone in my house, which I usually do because I'm trying to get calls on the other, coast. I'll make my breakfast, drink my coffee. I come outside where I am right now, and I usually am meditating outside where I'm sitting. And I'll do positive affirmations every morning. I listen to music that is high vibrational music that's going to make me feel good, that's positive. I know some people who may be religious may, listening to, certain music that makes them feel good. For me, there are certain artists that I listen to, and if you want my Spotify playlist, send me an email and I'll send it to you guys. But it's just music that I've found that has like positive affirmations in it, because the things that you listen to, the things that you watch, the people that you surround yourself will either drain your battery or they will fill your cup. So choose who you're around wisely, choose what you listen to wisely, what you watch. All of that affects everything. So if you're around a bunch of negative people, your business probably isn't going to be popping. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be doing the same thing as them. If you want to be a billionaire or a millionaire, surround yourself in a room with all other billionaire or millionaires. So it's literally all comes down to mindset. That's why I'm so passionate about it. And if you've been my student, you know that this is what I used to talk about all the time, because it literally will make or break your business.
And that's where I want you guys listening, Kat. You know, we choose guest speakers for specific reasons, but we never tell them what to talk about. So when we make excuses about things, think about it again. Not only she does business out of Ohio, she's literally located in a time zone 3 hours away. So, Kat, I can't thank you enough for sharing. You're 100% correct. Appreciate you getting up early for us. It is early on the West Coast. But again, we thank you for all that you do. Everybody have a great day. Talk to you guys later.